Black Belt Johnny here at True Martial Arts in Colorado Springs. I got TJ with me today. We're going over some of our mountain escapes. Excuse me, I'm out of breath. Just finished rolling, but it is what it is. Our first mountain escape, very basic. It's usually what I go for. It's kind of the ankle scoop. So first off, when I'm mounted, what I want to do first is I want to get my frames. So my first frame is across the hip. And if you notice here, I'm not pushing with my hand. You can always wrist lock me if you put too much weight in here. What I do is I fold my hand over the hip and I'm blocking with my forearm. My other free arm here is gonna block his knee here, and I wanna push a little bit, get that distance. What these frames do, it prevents it from getting a high mount. So if he tries a high mount, sir, it's a lot harder for him to do it. I'm not saying they can't, but it just makes it a lot harder. So now that my hands are both on this side, I have to roll to my left. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bump up, which creates space when I come back down. As I come back down, my hips are turning over, and I wanna get that leg to the mat. Okay, so once this leg's to the mat, my top leg reaches over his ankle, and I want to try and scoop it into quarter guard. Okay, it's not always that easy. A lot of times I have it glued to the mat. So what you can do from here is I can use my bottom knee. I can drive his foot out. That typically picks that foot up, and now I can scoop. Okay, from here I'm pushing his knee down with my elbow, and I'm going to drive my knee up to my face at the same time, catching his leg. From here, I'm gonna motorcycle kick my leg, which one gives me momentum to turn over, and two, gets his leg out the way. Okay, so I'm gonna kick nice and hard as I turn over. Here, make sure you catch this underhook. Okay, to get out of this position, I wanna throw this arm over my head as I get to my elbow. Here, getting to my elbow, a lot of times it clears that. You'll see this foot still in his leg. I can start transferring that over, make it nice and straight. I'm gonna start coming in here for my dogfight position. Okay, when you're in the dogfight, I'm on top, have his hips controlled. I'm just reaching under, grabbing that knee, grabbing the ankle, pulling it towards me as I drive his top half down. And now in a nice, good, solid offensive position. If that one doesn't work for us, we already got our frames, we already got to our side. Maybe we can't scoop this leg and get out. We tried, doesn't work. So my hands are already here. I'm gonna start placing my hands on his thigh, and I want a hip escape. So from here, I'm pushing, I'm gonna hip escape my hips, either into his leg or past his knee. So Salmon, if you wanna come to this side, sir, from here, I can either hip escape, where I'm spreading the legs, or I can hip escape all the way past his leg. Okay, from here, all I'm doing is turning over, catching my butterfly, and I have half butterfly here. Okay, catch the arm, lift up, kick over, and I have my sweep. Okay, last one in this transition is if our partner starts going to S mount from this position. He knows I'm gonna start trying to get out. A lot of times people come to this position here. Okay, I already grabbed his knee for that last transition, and I started spreading him out. I'm looking for this hole. So I'm gonna do is hula hand both hands through. If I only do one, he can start locking up a triangle. Okay, if I do one, his leg goes right over my neck again for a triangle armbar. So I need to have both hands in here. Okay, I don't let it sit here. I need to shoot it and go. So from here, I'm gonna start moving my body out. So I'm gonna bump up and start moving my shoulders out this way. Now my top hand grabs that thigh. I'm gonna scissor kick my legs towards his head side. That helps me get up. I still have to hold that leg. Grab the ankle, grab the knee. I'm gonna drive, pull his legs to me as I drive his hip.